Welcome to Introduction to Computer lecture series. I am Anjum Naveed and I represent fact.ca. This is the introductory session. In this session, I will be talking of who should attend these sessions, introduction to the team that will be presenting this session, the subsequent sessions, and the subsequent lectures. The purpose of this lecture series, what will be included, and possible tracks after you finish this first set of the lectures in the series. To make it more focused and more useful, I will start with who should attend this series, who should go through the lectures and use the information provided. This first lecture series is about the basics of the computer with reference to a programmer. So that tells us that we will actually be focusing on the people who intend to do the programming or any extended work that is related to the programming. And as far as this first series is concerned, which will be consisting of about 8 to 10 lectures, we will be talking of the computers and the understanding of the computer. Why is it useful? What does a program do to the computer, and so on. The details that a programmer needs to know to be able to more effective programmer. So, who should attend these lectures? Who should be going through these sessions? People with little or no background of how the internals of the computer work, but they want to have a second career in the domain of the computer science. It can be an extended topic, for example, artificial intelligence, data analytics, data analysis, a general domain of data science, computer vision, and so on. So anybody who was previously pursuing a different career domain but now intends to come into the computer science side will need to understand the basics of computer before he can or she can do anything extended. So the people with a second career, computer science as a second career choice, should go through these lectures specifically in this series. And the second group of people for which these sessions will be useful are the computer science students of the universities, specifically the students who have just recently joined the university in the first year, or the students who have gone through a number of years. However, they still feel that they are not really very sure what exactly is happening when they are programming the computers, when they are writing the programs and different applications, what exactly is happening. These sessions are intended to clarify a lot of internals for those people so that they can better understand what exactly does it mean when we say that we are writing a computer program. Before we go through the sessions, I will quickly like to introduce the team. Starting with myself, I am Anjum Naveed. I have an undergraduate degree in computer software engineering, and that was followed by a PhD degree in computer networks from University of New South Wales, Australia. I have 17 plus years of experience of teaching at the university level. This lecture series, which covers the introduction to computers, a programmer's view, will entirely be covered by me. However, I am supported by a number of other instructors. These people are faculty members at various universities, and they shall be covering the topics that are their expertise. So generally, they fall in the category of the core of the computer science or the advanced topics, for example, data science, data engineering, data analytics, big data analysis, streaming analysis, artificial intelligence, image processing, computer graphics, and so on. So we will be adding those lectures on those sessions on those topics as we progress, and they are generally considered as advanced topics. So the people who attend this first portion can then move on to enhance their knowledge in one of those domains. The purpose of this specific lecture series, it's intended for the programmers of all types. When I say programmers, it's anybody who interacts with the computers beyond the basic usage of the computer, who can write something that other people can use. So this can include the basic programmers of any programming language, for example, C, C++, C Sharp, or Python, or equivalent languages. Anybody who intends to do the server-side programming, web developers, desktop application developers, and web development and application development includes cloud-based application development as well. People who are doing the mobile application developments. Then going on to the advanced side, for example, data scientists, AI programmers, and so on. So the basic idea is to develop a deeper understanding of the computer so that you know your computer better, and then you should be able to judge whether your programs are good programs or not, and to start with, actually write the programs. So basically, the purpose of this lecture series is to demystify that black box that is generally considered by most of the people just as a black box. They don't really understand the internals of the computers. They are either users, or even if they are programmers of the basic level, they don't exactly understand that if their program is not performing uh, up to the requirement, then what exactly is going on. So we'll try to demystify this black box there that is called computer for most of the people. So we will try to understand what exactly is a computer, how it performs its tasks, how programmers' code is transformed into computer tasks, and how these tasks are then executed, and what exactly affects the performance of a computer. We will not be going into a lot of detail. However, we will cover enough so that uh, the programmers can be more helpful and more useful in terms of programming. And we believe that without this knowledge, a programmer remains a blind walker in the domain of computer science and computer programming. So what exactly will be included specifically in this first lecture series, which is labeled as Introduction to Computers? The contents that we will be covering include some possible programs that are written by the programmers. We will not be, to begin with, we will not be explaining those programs, but that will give you an idea of what all the programmers can do. What exactly is it that you see in the computer that the programmers are capable of doing when they write their programs. So I'll start with showing some of the example programs. Then uh, I will present a very brief summary only to the point that is necessary in a simplified basic manner of what exactly is the computer hardware, specifically what makes the processor and RAM, what is the role of operating system in operation of the computer, how the programs are compiled from their language to machine readable code that the computer can execute. Then I'll show the backend view of the program execution and show what exactly is happening at the backend and how that is happening, how all of these things are linked together. And the final portion will be an introduction to the algorithms, which is the basic capability. If anybody can write the algorithms, then it doesn't really matter what task you are intending to perform on the computers, be it very low-level tasks, low-level activities, or very high-level computer systems, computer programs. If you understand the algorithms and you have the capability of writing the algorithms, you can actually go through any kind of programming, whatever interests you in terms of domain. So this will give a basic idea and a basic test to the people who have chosen to go through this path to develop a better understanding of whether they will be, or rather I would say self-assess their capability as to whether they will be able to go through the whole process of changing the career or becoming a computer scientist in any specific area, or that is above and beyond them. So what all will be possible once you go through this series? Once a person completes the lectures in this series, the next steps can be an in-depth knowledge of the core computer science subjects. Specifically, if you are migrating from a different domain and you want to have a deeper understanding of the basics, then you can cover the subjects like operating system, computer architectures, data structure, and computer networks, and so on. So these subjects basically provided a much better understanding of what are the computers, how do they operate, and similarly with the depth of the knowledge, the programs that a person can write for the computer, their complexity and their performance becomes, and efficiency becomes much more better compared to a person who does not understand these subjects very well. So one of the possibilities is to actually get an in-depth knowledge and probably go onto the track of going for a diploma or a degree kind of program at the later stage. The second possibility can be to look at one of the programming languages. So we will be covering at least a couple of programming languages so that people can have a better understanding of how to program the computers using that specific language. And you can also go for high-level domains like data science, data analytics, AI, without actually going through those basic programming languages. These domains have become more specialized domains, and they have their own development tools, their own development languages. So it's not necessary for everybody to learn, for example, C language, C programming language, or C++ programming language to become a data scientist. Okay, so those are other possible domains, and we will be providing the lectures for some of these domains under this effort that we are making, that we have started to go through now. This brings our first introductory session to an end. If you need more information, do contact us, or we can refer you to our website where you can actually contact us and get more information from us. Thank you for the attention, and bye.